So today we're going to be working on the ER words. Words with the ER right here. Like er, right there. Right here. Er, 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 er. Okay. So let's write our name at the top here. You write your name and I'll write mine. Okay, so I'm going to start with the learning goal. Please repeat after me. I am learning to read and write words with the ER vowel team. Okay. So you see this that is a vowel team. It makes a vowel sound. Okay? And each syllable must have a vowel sound. So let's start with this word here. Okay? What sound does the ER make? It makes the sound. So let's read it. W A T What's the word? Water. If you notice, the A doesn't have an A sound, and it doesn't have an A sound. It has an A sound. Sometimes the A will have an A sound. Water. Okay, so let's find the picture that goes with water. And I think this is it. There's the water coming out of the hose. So let's write it down. W. So that's small. And then A is also a small letter. T is a tall letter. And then the ER are small letters. So W, A, T, water. And while you're writing it down, I'm going to give you a sentence with the word water. Okay. I was thirsty, so I drank some water. Okay. Now that I finished writing the word water, I'm going to cross it off. If, however, you did not finish writing the word water, pause it now. Pause the video now so you can finish writing it down. Okay, let's move on to this one. What sound does the ER make? So let's read this word together, starting with the G. Now, because the G is next to the E, it doesn't have a G sound. It has a J sound. So let's read it with a J sound. Ready? Begin. J, B, E, L. Gerbil. What's a gerbil? See this little animal right here? Kind of looks like a mouse. It's a little fatter than a mouse. This is called a gerbil. Let's write gerbil here. G. So the G is a fall letter because it's got this tail that falls below the line. So it starts at the dashed line, goes to the bottom, back up to the dashed, down below the bottom line. So J, What makes the sound? Yeah, the ER. Let's do that. Here we go. J, Okay. J, B. So B is the B, which is a tall letter. Fall, small, small, tall. Tall starts at the top line, goes down to the bottom, back up to the dashed line, and then goes down to the bottom. Okay, next is the I, the I. J, j, b, I. And then l, gerbil, or gerbil. Actually, it's a sound, right? Not an I sound. This is a schwa, gerbil. Okay, go ahead and finish writing the word gerbil. When you're writing, I'm going to give you a sentence. So the little gerbil broke out of its cage and ran away. Gerbil. Okay, hopefully you finished writing gerbil. If you didn't, you can pause the video so you can finish writing it. So now we're moving on. We're going to cross out gerbil. Okay, and we're going to go to this word right here. So what sound does the ER make? It makes the sound. So let's read this word together. Ready? Begin. L, ow, flower. Okay. Where can you find the word flower? Right here, right? Flower. So let's write it down. The F is a tall. So it starts at the top and goes down. I'll do that again. Starts at the top, it goes down. And then it crosses in the dashed line. So L, the L starts at the top and goes straight down to the bottom and stops. L. Okay, now ow. Ow is the O and W together. And both of these start right here at the dashed line. Go down to the bottom, back up to the dash. So dash to the bottom, up to the dash, down to the bottom, up to the dash. This one, dash to the bottom, back up to the dash. Okay, so ow, and then What makes the sound? Yeah, the ER together. So I'm going to go out, up to the dash, down to the bottom, start at the dash line, go down to the bottom, stop, go back up to the dash line and turn. So there you go. Ow, And while you're writing down the word flower, I'm going to give you a sentence. So, a little flower grew from the garden. Flower. Okay, so now that you've written the word flower, I'm going to cross it off. And we're going to go to the next word. Now, in this word, there's a V at the end, so it's going to end with a V sound because that E is silent. Okay, what sound does the ER together make? So let's read it. Ready? Begin. Swerve. What's the word? Yeah, the word is serve. So let's look at these three pictures and tell me which one shows serve. This one right here, right? The man is serving cake. Servir in Spanish. Serve. So let's start right here at the dash line for the S, for the S. Starts at the dash, curves to the bottom. Okay, now S. Next comes the what letters make the sound? Yeah, the ER, right? And the E starts right here, just below this dash line, and it goes out, and then up to the dash, then down to the bottom, and then turn. Then comes the R. It starts at the dash line and it goes down to the bottom, back up the stick and down and curving to the dash. So I'll do it again. Da, da, da. Okay, let's read that word. S, v. So v goes next. So the V starts here at the dash. It goes down to the bottom, then back up to the dash and stop. So s, v, but we're missing something because no word in English can end with a V, even though v is the last sound. So we have to put another letter here that doesn't make a sound. What letter can we put at the end that doesn't make a sound? Yes, the silent E. So now it's s, v. So even though the last sound is v, the last letter is the silent E. Serve. So while you're writing that down, I'm going to say a sentence for the word serve. Okay. The man went to serve a piece of cake to the little boy. Serve. Okay. If you haven't finished, pause the video. Because if you have finished, we're moving on. So I'm going to cross out the word serve. And we're going to go to this word right here. What sound does the ER make? It's the sound. So let's read it. Ready? Begin. K, l, k. What's the word? Clerk. If you said clerk, you said it right. Clerk. So one of these pictures here shows a clerk. A clerk is a person who works in the office. Yes, this is the clerk right here. Okay, so let's write clerk. Starting off with the K, right? And that's a small. Here we go. So it starts from the dash line, goes down to the bottom. K. And then L, the L starts at the top, goes down to the bottom. It's a tall, so small and then tall. Next is the k, l, and what makes the sound? Yeah, the ER. So we start here. We're going to go out and then up to the to the dashed line, down to the bottom line and turn. Okay, then comes the R. Starts at the dash line because it's a small. Down to the bottom, stop, go back up the stick and turn to the curve. So it's k, l, k. So the last sound is k. Now, the C also makes the k sound, but the C does not go at the end of a word. It's either a K or a CK. You won't see a C at the end of a word unless it has a silent E next to it. And if it has a silent E, it has a S sound. So, k, l, k is going to be a K. So I'm going to go down to the bottom. And then take your dash line, go to the dash line, go in, and then down to the bottom. So make the stick first. And then go from the dash line, touch the stick, then from the stick to the bottom. So as you're writing the word clerk, I'm going to give you a sentence. The clerk was working in the office quickly. Clerk. Okay. Hopefully you finished writing the word clerk. If you didn't, pause the video. So let's go over here to our list and cross out the word clerk. And let's go to the next word. Okay. Remember, this is a V with a silent E at the end, so it has a V sound. So what sound does the ER have? So let's read it. S, w, v. What is this word? Swerve. Swerve means that when you're going straight to turn to the side, to the other side, that's swerve. So which one of these pictures shows a swerve? That if you was going straight and then you turn to the side and then the other side, that's, yes, this one, right? The car is swerving. It started straight, then it started swerving. Swerve. So let's write that down. The first sound in swerve is S. That's an S, so let's write it down. And an S is a small, so it starts at the dash and curves, swerves down to the bottom. Okay, next from swerve, S, W. So what letter makes the W? W, right? It starts at the dash, it goes down to the bottom, back up to the dash, down to the bottom, back up to the dash. Dash to the bottom, to the dash, to the bottom, to the dash. So here we go. S, W, And what makes the sound? Yes, the ER together. So let me make the E, R, S, W, Okay, last part. S, W, V. So what makes the V at the end? Well, it's a V with a silent E. There are no words in English that end with a V. So if it has a V at the end of the word, you have to put the silent E next to it. Swerve. As you're writing this down, I'm going to give you a sentence with the word swerve. So the rain made the road slippery and the car started to swerve. Okay. Now I'm going to move. So if you need to pause right now. I'm going to go up to swerve and cross it off. Okay, we have 2 words left. This one and this one. I'm going to start with this one. Here we go. What sound does the ER make? So let's read it. Ah, Now blend it together. Yes, it's the word hammer. All right. Do you see a hammer in the pictures? Yes, here is the hammer, right? So right here we're going to write down hammer. Here we go. Let's start. Ah, starting at the dash line, down to the bottom, back up to the dash, down to the bottom. So the hammer, the H goes down to the bottom, back up to the middle, turn. And so, ah, bottom, from the middle or the dash to the bottom, back up to the dash, down to the bottom, back up to the dash, down to the bottom. Start at the dash line, then go down, okay? I'll do it. Okay. Now we do the second M. Start to the dash, down to the bottom. Stick first, and then hump, hump. So stick, then 2 bumps. Okay. Then the E, the is E, R. So stick, back up the stick and turn. Stick to the bottom, back up the stick and turn. Hammer. As you're writing the word hammer down, I'm going to give you a sentence. I put in the nails with a hammer. Hammer. Okay, I'm going to cross out the word hammer. And now we've got one more left. What sound does the ER make? Right? So let's read this word. Ready? Begin. S, t, n. Now blend it. Stern. Okay, so there's one picture left. So it must go with stern. See the man, how he's being like strict? Look at his face. He's serious. That's what stern means. Stern means you're very strict and serious. So stern. So it starts with the S or the S. Down to the bottom. From the dash, swerve down to the bottom. Okay, then T, st, which is a T. It goes just not to the top, but just below the top. Down to the bottom and then cross it. So not all the way to the top, just underneath the top. And cross it. Here we go. S, t, And what makes the sound? Yeah, the ER together. So the E starts here, not at the dash line, just underneath it. Out, up to the dash, down to the bottom, and a curve. Okay, then the R. The R starts at the dash, down to the bottom to make a stick, and then go right back up the stick and turn at the dash. So make a stick to the bottom, turn, go up the stick and turn on the dash. S, t, n. What makes the n sound? Yeah, N, right? So start at the dash line. We're going to make a stick to the bottom. There's the stick. Now we're going to go back up the stick just like the R and turn. But instead of stopping here, we're going to go all the way to the bottom. So it's like an R, but it doesn't stop right there. It keeps going down. So this way, back up, turn, and down. Stern. As you're writing it down, I'm going to give you a sentence with the word stern. My mother was very stern with me about doing my homework. Stern. So she's serious and she's strict. Stern. Okay. Hopefully you finished writing the word stern. And if you didn't, pause the video right now so you can finish writing it. Okay, let's cross it off. Okay, lovies, we have one more picture left and one more word. Okay? It's a d. Remember the AI together makes a A sound. A d. What's the word? Mermaid. And mermaid goes right here because this is a mermaid. Write it down right here. Okay, mermaid. Maid. Don't forget the M starts with the stick. The M goes stick, then bump, bump. The A goes C, then close the C and go back down and make a stick. And then D also is C, close the C, go up to the top, and then go back down to make a stick. Just like the A, except the stick is taller. The stick goes all the way to the top and then back down to the bottom. Mermaid. Okay, what did you learn today? Say, today I learned to read and write words with ER. Okay, you're finished with your homework.